Hey guys, Phil from Trail Talk MTB here, and this week we're looking at 3 great value products that I highly recommend. So what if I told you my go-to trail helmet only cost me 65 Australian dollars? You would tell me I'm crazy, that thing's not going to protect you, it's going to be horrible, but I actually found a really great helmet with the Giro Fixture. It's actually probably the best fitting half shell helmet I've ever tried, and I was so stoked to find out how cheap it was when I checked the price tag. You can even get a MIPS version of the helmet, so getting a little bit extra protection in terms of concussions and that kind of stuff for an extra $30 to $40 as well. And there's definitely going to be more expensive helmets out there that are going to offer more protection, more features and that kind of stuff like that. But fit's the number one thing that you want to be concerned about when you're getting a helmet, and that's going to be the one thing that gives you probably the most protection, a helmet that's actually going to fit your head. And I'd definitely rather spend a little bit more money on a full face helmet for downhill and enduro when the repercussions of a crash are going to be a little bit higher because you're at a bit more of a high speed. I've also tested 3 other half shell helmets below $100 over the past year, and the Giro Fixture definitely comes out on top of these. So the helmet comes in a variety of colors. I've got the maroon model here, and it's one size fits all, so it's 54 to 61 centimeters. I've got a 57 to 58 centimeter head and it fit me perfectly, but I've had friends that have tried the helmets and they have all different size heads and that kind of stuff, and it's all fitted them pretty well too. There's plenty of adjustment out of the adjustment knob at the back of the helmet, and for most people you're going to get a good fit out of the helmet. The universal sizing was also a bit of a blessing in disguise for me because I'm between a medium and a large Giro helmet, and I really like the helmets. So having this helmet actually fit me perfectly, so I was pretty stoked that I could actually ride a Giro helmet that fitted my head. It's also a pretty light helmet too, so it comes in around about 280 grams for the non-MIPS version, so that's really light, and I've never felt like it's felt too heavy on my head or anything like that. It is a helmet that you can wear every day, all day, and it's pretty breathable too, so I never noticed that my head got too hot wearing the helmet. So what are some downsides of the helmet? Well, the dial, a bit hard to reach behind the head when you're riding or stopped or anything like that. Sometimes you have to take it off to get the finer adjustments. And also the dial might not be the highest quality unit, but it's definitely comparable, if not better, than most of the helmets in the sub $100 category. You can also see cost cutting in a few other areas, so might not have the most padding out of other helmets, but because the fit was really good, I didn't notice there was not enough padding. And then also that it's a fixed visor, but to be honest, it's fixed. I never noticed it got in the way or anything like that, and I'm happy with where it is, so definitely not an issue for me. So when it comes to safety equipment, I'd never usually recommend skimping any money or anything like that, but when it comes to helmets, it's going to be the one that fits that's the best. And if you can find that there's something that's affordable that fits well, then it's definitely great. So I definitely recommend this helmet. Try it on first because everyone's not the same, but for me it fit really well. It was a really comfortable helmet and I've loved it. It's definitely going to work best for most people who are doing kind of more XC, trail, and lighter enduro riding. If you're doing anything more aggressive, there's definitely helmets that provide a little bit more coverage, but the fixture does come down pretty far at the back, so I know it's provided good coverage for more of a trail helmet. So for me, I definitely think it's the best budget helmet that you can get on the market at the moment. So personally for me, I've never really worn riding specific glasses. It was either I was wearing my full face with my goggles or I was wearing nothing, and that's partially because riding glasses are just so damn expensive. I always lose my glasses too, so I wasn't really willing to fork over $200 for a decent set of glasses. Well, I may have found a hidden gem with the Shimano Technium glasses, which are riding specific glasses that come at 90 Australian dollars, so half the price of most of the competitors on the market. And I know some of you will still say, well, $90 is a lot for glasses, but you do get riding specific lenses with these glasses, so they're definitely worth the price tag. So what you're getting for this $90 is 2 lenses, so you get the clear lens, which are really good for nice overcast days, and then you also get the Technium lenses. So they're a mirrored orange and blue lens, and they're specifically designed for riding. So these lenses really highlight your greys, your browns, so like rocks and roots, and they also cut through glare and sunlight really well. So what I noticed with these glasses when I was riding along, got rid of the glare, and then when I was going down trails that I haven't ridden too often, I really noticed the slight undulations in between rocks and stuff like that it really emphasized the shadows, and it really brought out those rocks, so I could actually see where I was going a little bit better than when I wasn't wearing glasses. So it might not make the colors pop as much as say Oakley Prism lenses, however you still get the benefit of they do make those kind of browns, greys, and also shadows appear a bit brighter, a bit more saturated, which is really what you need. So again, not as much as those more expensive lenses, but you still definitely get the benefit of wearing these glasses, again, at half the price tag. So the glasses provide really good coverage, so they don't obstruct your sight, so they come around nice and far at the back, come up a fair bit, and they come down a little bit, but not too far where they're always touching your cheek with a lot of other glasses on the market. So again, you're getting good protection and coverage, and then your view's not obstructed because the lenses do stretch pretty far out of your field of view. Another thing that I noticed with the glasses is there's force vents, so you got 2 vents on the top, 2 vents at the bottom, and that's really good for airflow. So you really never found that these glasses really fogged up much. It was only on very humid days when I stopped riding that they did fog up a little, and that's to be really expected, but when I was riding, it never fogged up at all. So ever since I've got these glasses, I haven't ridden without them when I'm using my half shell. So if you're in the market for riding specific glasses, then I definitely recommend the Shimano Technium glasses. They are great value for money, and you're not going to be disappointed. When it comes to dropper posts, I think the X-Fusion Manic is probably the best value on the market when it comes to performance for money. The Manic comes in a 125 as well as a 150mm drop for 30.9 and 31.6 seat post diameters. Some say 150mm drop isn't enough, but for me personally, I feel like 150 is personal, and a drop any more than that isn't that comfortable for me, but everyone's going to be different, and if you want something a bit longer, then there are some other options on the market. So there are some cheaper posts on the market around about 200 Australian dollars, and even some more towards 175. However, they don't have the more premium feel as well as the actuation performance that the Manic has. And all things considered, at around about 300 Australian dollars, it is a really good value post. And I think this is definitely why Specialized picked up the Manic as OEM spec for a lot of their bikes for this year. It's a high quality post, reliable, they're not going to have many issues with it, so it's a really good indication that it is a good quality seat post. Big pluses with the Manic is the fully sealed hydraulic cartridge, which is user replaceable as well, so it costs around $50 to replace the unit. This is a really good thing because seat posts, drop posts, they're always going to go wrong. Everyone's always had issues with them, so if you can replace that, that definitely is great, because a lot of these more cheaper posts on the market, once they're kind of toast, they're done, you can't really replace them, or you have to wait for a warranty. So yeah, that you can replace it, that's great. Another great thing about the seat post is that it comes with a really good lever. So the lever, really nice actuation, so pushing down, and then the return's really positive too. That's thanks to the addition of a spring on the linkage at the base of the drop post, and it really gives a positive feel, and it is probably one of the better levers on the market too. So as it comes stock with the post, that's really great. There's also a nice little bit of top out when the seat post hits the top to let you know it's all the way up. And another big plus is the stack height's pretty low too. So the seat cover is really small, as well as the part where it attaches to the clamp that attaches to the saddle. That's pretty small too, so it's good to see. So some downsides, when it was really cold around about 3 degrees, I did notice that it got stuck half mast 1 or 2 times, and that's definitely never good. And it is a bit on the heavy side for a drop post, so it's around about 660 grams with the lever. And the other thing that I noticed is the lower section of the post, it is on the longer side, so if you do have any frames with restrictions or anything like that, that may be an issue for you. So if there's any kinks in the frame where you're restricted in how far you can insert the post, that could be an issue for you. Other than that, it's been one of the best dropper posts I've used, and it is pretty affordable too, so that's good to see. Again, only issue with the cold, that was kind of a little bit of an issue there, but saying that, there's no real lateral play on the saddle side to side, and there's no sagging at all either. So it's a really great post, and it comes at a great price. I definitely recommend it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick roundup of 3 products that I really enjoyed that I've reviewed over the past few months. Year for the Manic as well as the Fixture, and I definitely recommend these products for anyone. So if you're in the market for this kind of stuff, I definitely recommend them, and these are probably the 3 that I like the most in these kind of specific categories at the moment. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, also subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave some comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.